everybody, welcome back to IP Farms. Well, I believe we're going to work on the dump truck and the loader today, trying to get a few things situated. The weather being as pretty as it has and no rain for several days now. Might try to get in the fields this weekend. So another few things have been putting off. I need to pull the starter off of this, and last year it started acting up. The starter wouldn't engage like it was supposed to. I'm not sure if it's a bad spot in the flywheel or if the starter gears wore, if it's just the Bendix or whatever, but I'm trying to get that off, and I'm trying to pull the cover plate off the little track loader today and see if we can see what's going on there. I think that most of what I saw was, I know it's got a hydraulic leak on it. Nothing bad. It's been sitting for a while, well, many months, other than using it for snowball a while back. So I'm going to try to get the top plate off of that, see if I can see anything going on in there a little bit better, and crank it up and let it run, make sure nothing's leaking out of the torque converter or the transmission or anything. It might just all be hydraulic oil. So thought I'd bring you along for a little bit of it. Let's see what we can get into. Okay, I'm sure my arms and stuff will be all in the way, but we're going to try it, see if we can get any footage there. I've already taken the top bolt off. You have to get it from up top, so I didn't see any need in getting any of that. It's hard enough for me to crawl up there in the engine compartment. Let's see what happens. Of course, if you watch the videos, you know what's going on with the truck, the Dodge. So it's in the shop. So I'm just out here working on the F600 wherever it is in the field here or behind the shop. Tell you what, this warm weather sure has got my hopes up for get back in the fields ASAP. So I figure I better jump on a few of these projects that need to be taken care of prior to doing any tillage work. I still got a row of trees out in the front field that I need to get gone, and some fence lines to clean up there. Once I get those, that's going to be first, and I think that field will be pretty much ready to start turning dirt on. And then we're still dealing with a local agency on the bottom land, so I'm not sure exactly what time scale I'll be on that. The donkey pasture, I'm not sure with Snowball being gone, we may end up fencing him a new area in and go ahead and work on that donkey pasture too. I've got some limbs and a few more things to take up there before we turn that one under. So wait and see what happens. But I thought I better get on these projects here and see what's going on. I hope that there's not a bad spot on this flywheel or anything, and it's just the starter. But who knows at this point? The way my luck's been going, it's probably a flywheel issue. But this thing comes in handy. My buddy's got a pole saw and just electric when we run it off a generator. We can get up in the back of the dump truck and go along the fence lines and cut all the limbs up pretty high, and then we can go back and throw them in the truck here and haul them to whichever brush pile we're closest to that we've whichever field we're working in, what brush pile we're close. I want to at some point get build a grapple attachment for the front of the loader, and it's got rippers on the back, and just put me a couple of connections in where I can take the ripper loose and run that auxiliary hydraulics to run a couple of grapple forks in the front to so I can, when we do like tree trimming and stuff, I push it all up in a pile and then grab it with a loader and put it on the back of the dump truck. Just saves a lot of wear and tear on the undercarriage going so far. That's been a big issue from the beginning. So having to push the stuff so far, but we may do so So far, alright. I'm sure my hand's right in the way, maybe not. I'll tell you what, this weather is unbelievable. I love it. Something about spring and the sunshine, the birds chirping and the tree frogs going just puts you in a whole different mood. I don't dislike winter. I don't like it as much as I used to the older I get. But with all what I got going on, I just can't wait to get into the fields. Or back in the fields, rather. Alright, let me inspect this and bring you back in just a minute. I'm not sure how good the camera's picking that up, but the teeth are pretty much shot on the gear here. Wore down bad in the middle. Really bad. I don't think I've ever seen one that bad. So that's the issue. See if I can get up here and get a shot of the flywheel, the ring gear. I'm sure you're not going to be able to see anything on the camera, but it looks good. I mean, got your normal wear for a truck this old. Good Lord, my hand's shaking. I apologize. So, okay, mark that off the list. Get us a starter and we'll be good to go. Thought I might better get you guys up out of the way before I knock that camera off. Okay, well, let's do some inspecting and see what we can come up with. There's where all the wetness is. Got under there and crawled underneath of it and put my finger on a few of the drops, and it is hydraulic oil. I'm sure it's got a small little transmission drip or something where it's sitting so long, and I think it just got down in a puddle of water and dissipated and turned it red. So I think I'm gonna try to let's see if we can. I think I'm gonna try to pull this cover off here. I noticed it started leaking last year at the end of the season, right around here underneath the tank where it's wet, right in here. So this is a cover plate. I guess it's more or less a shield plate, the hydraulic tank. I can't see my fingers in here. I'm gonna see if I can get these 4 bolts out right here and pull this shield cover off and look at it and see if it's the tank or if it's a line inside there where these fittings right here go in, because they all seem to be dry, but the leak is definitely coming from right around this area here. So let me get some other wrenches and we'll pull that cover off right quick. Okay, well, after yesterday's bad luck, finally turned around for me. Ended up just being that fitting there was a little loose. I had to take it loose and recenter the fitting on it, the line in the bevel part in there, stop the leak. The little gray valve body in the center of the screen there, it's a little loose, had some fluid around it. It takes 11/32 12 point, which I don't have, so I have to pick that up. But I believe we're good to go. Tighten those up tomorrow morning and roll on. Hopefully nothing will happen. It'll be a little chillier tomorrow, but we'll try to get out in the front field and get that row of trees cleared out. So thank you everybody for watching. Please consider subscribing if you haven't already. Thumbs up if you like the content. Share the video with anybody you feel comfortable with. I just really appreciate everybody following along the journey here. I know it's been up and down with the projects and whatnot, but spring is in the air. I don't know if you can hear the frogs in the background, but it's not going to be long. Till next time, thank you.